Good morning. It is Monday, May 16th, and we're getting back out on trail. Headed out from Damascus. It was a good trail day. Very interesting experience to have. Glad that I got to check it out and see a bunch of people that I hadn't seen from trail journeys past or earlier on in the journey. It's both good and bad to be headed back out on trail already today. Definitely didn't feel like I rested as much as I probably should have, considering I took 2 zeros, but here we are, back at it. Monday, May 16th, started like most other days leaving town. Slightly reluctant, with an extra heavy pack full of fresh new supplies, but also excited to be back out hiking. Truthfully though, trail days was one of the biggest things on trail that I had been looking forward to, and I was sad that it was already over. Best friend would be hiking out today, but would be getting picked up and brought back to Damascus to stay a couple days to watch the football game. Mangu and Flamethrower had hitched a ride back to Boots Off Hostel to pick up where they had left off, and Clem had been joined by her partner Carlos and would not be hiking as many miles as Dipper and I had intended to hike that first day back on trail. I had finally felt like I had a little trail family forming, but now we were scattered across various parts of the trail. My pack may have been heavy leaving town, but it was my heart that felt heavier. This unfortunately caused me to lash out at the one remaining trail family member I had, my faithful companion, Dipper. I decided to lag behind, looking for some time alone to think about my decision I had made to get off trail soon. Was I going to regret it? Would I look back at this opportunity and feel like I had squandered it? Will I ever get the chance to do this again? Would I even want to? It's kind of funny looking back at this day's footage, as I only remember this day sucking, like really bad. But there were a number of moments when I stopped and looked around and thought, look at where I am, how far I've come, getting to experience this beauty around me in a place that I've never been before. Only to promptly step in mud in my brand new shoes and trek on through a passing rainstorm, getting absolutely soaked. And it was that part of the day that stuck with me, the sucky part. The last 2 miles to Saunders' shelter were brutal. I was wet, cold, and tired. I screamed at the switchbacks in frustration, crying to myself out loud. Will this climb never end? I had barely hiked 10 miles for the day, and when I had arrived at the shelter, I had decided I would go no further. Before arriving to my destination for the day, I had bumped into Best Friend on the side trail leading to the shelter as he was heading out. It made me sad to think this would be the last time that I would see him, our hiking time together far too short. Dipper had been at the shelter, waiting for me to arrive as we had hiked separately all day. He was eager to continue on. We had originally planned on hiking at the very least 13.4 miles, but with the bigger hope of almost 16 miles. And this would not have been out of the ordinary for us to do at this point, especially coming off the marathon. But I told him I could not join him if he wished to continue, and that actually I needed some time to myself and would prefer to hike alone for a while. It felt terrible to cut him loose after all the time we had spent together, but I was clearly trying to work through something, and I knew it had to be done alone. Mornings are quite nice when you can do whatever you want. I get up at a decent hour, stretch a bit, then slowly pack my things. I don't know how far I'll hike today, but I kind of don't care. It's a very freeing feeling. Once most of my things are packed up, I sit to eat my breakfast bar at the picnic table with Clem and the others. We watch Tigger mush mini donuts into his chocolate coffee drink bottle and discuss the weird things we've concocted to get calories we need each day. I set off by 8 a.m., saying goodbye to Clementine. It's possible that this is the last time that I will see her if I push miles today,
but I can't help but feel like I'll see her again. Spoilers, I don't.
Yeah, kind of trying to contemplate where I'm trying to get to today. I was thinking I might try to go all the way to the original planned stop that was Thomas Knob Shelter today, but that's like 18, almost 19 miles that I would have to do today, which is kind of a lot. I'm so glad that the rhododendrons are finally blooming. It's a nice change of scenery. Well, suppose I should probably put the trekking poles back on and get to it.
The trail is mostly easy today. It feels kind of new in a way. I walk along the ridge in the freshly bloomed rhododendrons, then down to a little valley, then along the river on a section of trail shared with the Virginia Creeper Trail. It's a beautiful day, and I'm in a much better mood for it. I stopped for a lunch break at Lost Mountain Shelter, where Dipper and I had hoped to get the day prior. I checked the shelter log to see if he wrote anything, but there's nothing there. I quickly eat a snack and set off once again. The next section of trail is one of the harder ones of the day, the hike up to Buzzard Rock. A little less than 1,500 feet elevation gain over 2 miles.
Time to keep going.
And at the top, I take off my pack and sit on the grass with a group of other hikers, including Yahtzee, Bubbles, Sparkles, Cool Ranch, and Bean.
I forgot that was like a saga.
Yeah, you were
a side plot story.
You were a savior. I was like, I'm gonna die.
The latter two set off, and I quickly follow. So there are whispers of trail magic at the parking area ahead, and I'm curious to see if the rumors are true. Just 1 mile up and I arrive at the parking area, and lo and behold, there's a guy there cooking hot dogs. Superman, a part of the riffraff crew I had heard of back in Damascus, a group of previous thru hikers that come back for trail days, asks if I'd like a hot dog, and I of course can't say no. He piles the dog high with beans, cheese, and 2 types of condiment, out of which I'm not sure what they are exactly, and then hands it to me. I promptly smash it. I hike on after drinking a beer and having some friendly conversation with our small trail magic group. I'm pushing to get to Thomas Knob Shelter, and it's currently 2:30 p.m. and still 6.6 miles out. Or as I now see it as a seasoned hiker, only 6.6 miles out.
Come on.
Last push of the day is not as bad as I expect. The trail opens up as I prepare to head into Grayson Highlands. I arrive at Thomas Knob Shelter around 5:30 p.m., expecting to see Dipper there, but see no one that I know. I wander on knowing the trail is not difficult. I finally find a spot to set up after accidentally stumbling upon the 500-mile marker. It is bittersweet to be here with no one else around to celebrate.
I wasn't quite expecting to cross it today, but here we are. Now 500. Wow. Whew. Whoa.